Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how I cook my chapatis. Yeah, and I hope that you stay until the end of this video. So first, what you need is you need flour. This was around 2 cups because I'm making like 10 chapatis. We are 3 in our house, so 10 chapatis is quite enough. So you have salt, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and then 1 tablespoon of sugar, and then hot water. This was more than I used more than this, so I used like 2 cups of hot water, not boiling hot, but more than half, warm, as in warm but hot. I don't know if you get. Yeah. So first of all, I usually start with the dry ingredients first. I mix all the ingredients, and then now I continue now with the water. Yeah, and by the way, one thing I have learned about chapatis is that chapatis need a lot of practice. Like this, for me to get where I am right now, it has taken me years. I remember hey, when I was younger, my mom found, nilikuwa jaribu kupika chapo na nilikuwa zinatoka kama nini, tukashinda tukikosana because there are times when I would make chapatis zinatoka kama nini, kama bati, and I still never give up. There's a point where I just felt like I'm tired of cooking chapatis because they weren't getting out the way I wanted. But then I just continued. I gave myself hope, and yeah, right now you can see I'm really good at them, and it has taken me years. So after mixing the dry ingredients, I usually add a little oil, like two teaspoons of oil. And then I rub in the flour together with the oil and all the ingredients. And then after that, that's when now I'm going to add the warm water, the warm hot water. Yeah. You never go wrong with this because you can add the amount of water you want compared to starting with the water first and then adding the flour. For me, I find myself, it takes a long process for me compared to when I add water as I need the flour. So I hope that you're going to get everything that I'm doing here. Yeah.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run.
So I usually start kneading with this wooden spoon because the water is usually hot. So after that, I now continue with now my hands. I knead until all the flour in the on the container is finished, and also the flour is at least sticky, and also it is good. Like you just get to the right consistency. That's all I can say. One mistake I made here was adding more water, so I had to add more flour, but I needed until I got to the right consistency. You just know, like when it stops sticking on the container, that's when you know that the flour is almost there. This took around 10 minutes or less, depending on how you see it. I think 2 cups of water was enough compared to adding. So that is one mistake I made, but don't make the same mistake I have made. So yeah, this process for me is very easy. I usually just remove all the flour I have on the hand. The people who usually come here and start saying about gloves, I'm so sorry, but this is chapati I cook for my families. This is not for customers, so this is how I make mine. After that, now I add like 2 teaspoons, like 2 tablespoons of oil. Even 1 I think is enough. That helps the flour at least inashikana, and not the flour, yeah, the dough inashikana yote. And you can see now the container is clean, and that's how it is now. Like I really loved how it came out, and you can see that yellowish color from the turmeric. So after that, I wrap it with, I don't wrap with cling film or any polythene paper. I just use a cloth that I've just wrung out of cold water, and I leave it for around 10 to 15 minutes. After waiting for 15 minutes, I now put the flour on my clean surface. I've already cleaned this. So I roll the dough out into a big dough. You'll see how I'll do it. And then I just cut into straight lines. That's all I do. I don't have a big process of doing it. So many people have different ways of how they make their chapatis, but this is how I do mine. I just roll it out at least. Yeah, and then I add some oil. After that, I spread it out. After spreading it out, I now add the flour, just a little bit. That helps at least when you're rolling out the balls, it is going to be easy. That's what I do, and then now I cut. Don't worry, my lines are not straight, but they'll just make it to how I want them to be. After that, I just roll them into balls. Yeah, I like mine bigger, so that's how I do. This process is really easy once you get to know how to make into the right sizes. Don't worry if the first time you're trying to cook chapatis, they're not how you want them to be. With practice, everything becomes perfect. So I made around 10 chapatis, 10 balls, and that is what I'm going to roll out into a circle so that I can be able to cook them. So after making all the balls, now it's time for me to roll them out into circles. The pan is already hot. You should make sure the pan is hot first, because if it's not hot, it will take longer for the first chapati. And most times you find that the first chapati, the first pancakes, they don't come out well because the pan is usually not very hot. So you should make the pan very hot, but not very hot. So for me, I know many people who do the first wanakaushanga kwanza the chapati and then they now fry them with the oil. For me, I don't do that. I usually roll them. After I roll out the circle, I put on the pan, and then now I give it like 2 minutes for the chapati to dry out on the below, and then after that I add oil. So as you can see, I give it some time until at least nikaushe to just that lower side, and then after that I'm just going to add the oil. I'm not going to kausha all of them and then I start going to fry. That is how I cook my chapatis. It's easier and it's faster this way. I learned this from a hotel I was working in, and I've never gone back to how I cook mine, and they come out soft. So anyway you prefer, it's okay. Everyone has their own way of cooking their chapati, so don't get pressured on how you should do yours, but this process is very easy. And you can see that those chapatis have a very nice yellow color. So sometimes I usually cook my chapatis with atta, but this time I did not have, so I just did white chapati and added turmeric. This is the process. This is what I do every time when I'm cooking, and I hope that you've gotten or understood until this far. So yeah, it's really easy, and I'm so grateful that I can be able to share this with you. It's taken me years, and I'm so proud of myself. So I hope that you've enjoyed until this far. Please subscribe if you haven't, comment down below and tell me how the video is, and also like and share this video. It would really mean a lot to me. We're on the road to 400 subscribers. So my daughter really loves helping me out when it comes to chapati, and she has learned the art of making that circle. I remember this took me over 5 years for me to be able to achieve this shape, and for her she has started, and wow, I'm still amazed, and she's only 4 years old. One thing that I was told is that when a child shows interest, you shouldn't stop them from learning and also getting to where they want to be. So I usually help her out on the last part, and that's it. And she does the rest of it very well. So I'm so proud of her. So as my daughter was helping me out, my husband was also helping me out cook the green grams. We were eating chapati and green grams. You're going to see the end product at the end of the video. And yeah, I've really enjoyed sharing this video with you guys. I hope that you've learned something. If you are a beginner, I hope I was able to teach something. And yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't, like, comment, and we're going to see each other on the next one. We're the road to the 400 subscribers, and I'm so happy that we get to grow and glow on this channel. So yeah, here's the final look. This is the final the final food, and I hope that you've loved this video as much as I have when I created it.